Hello, my name is Darren Graves. I'm a professor in the Department of Education here at Simmons College. This is actually it's actually my favorite part of my job. Part of my job is to be the liaison to the Boston Teachers Union Pilot School here in Jamaica Plain. Um, my job is to do a lot of things, including getting Simmons students to come do work here, volunteer, service learning, or otherwise. I also try and get BTU teachers and students over to Simmons to do activities or professional development. I also work with on the governing board of the school. I work closely with the lead teachers. I run some boys groups. So I do a lot of different things, but I think that's what makes it my favorite part of my job is because I get to work in schools with students in a lot of different ways. I get to work with students, I get to work with teachers, I get to work with other researchers, social workers. It really keeps me on my toes. I've been learning a lot. And the more you end up working here, the more you feel like accountable for how this school works and how the students do. And the students are my favorite part. The relationships I form with them, seeing them grow, seeing them learn, seeing them be able to take it to the next level. I love like being on the train and then running into students from 2 or 3 years ago or now in like high school. So a lot of important work that needs to be done. This isn't easy work. It's the stakes for their success and their failure are super high. So we really hope that we can get more and more folks from Simmons to come be part of this. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Adriana Galvin. I'm a first year here at Simmons College, and I'm volunteering at the BTU, the Boston Teachers Union School, and I'm working with Mrs. DeLeon in the 7th grade, and I really enjoy it because I want to be a teacher, and it really prepares me with hands-on experience, and I'm having a really good time there. The children are great, and the teachers and the staff are amazing, and they're very welcoming.
All right, so my name is Elsa Martinez Pimentel. I'll tell you guys a little bit about me. I work at an organization called You Aspire. Our organization basically trains and places high school advisors. So what we do is we train people to work in the high schools side by side with guidance counselors to help students with financial aid for
When
college.
I traveled, I went to high school and did fairly well. Junior high I loved. I had great grades in junior high and enjoyed high school too, but I was very concerned about what I was going to do. My parents wanted me to go to college and I really wasn't that keen on the idea because I just wanted to get out there and work. So I did a little bit of both. I came up to Boston from Manchester, Connecticut, East Hartford, Connecticut, which is a couple of hours, and I went to Northeastern, and they had a program along with Tufts University in the dental field to learn how to make false teeth. So I said, okay, how long does that take? And they said, oh, it's only a year. So I said, oh, that's good. I'll do it in a year. So
When I was in 7th grade, I had no desire to be a police officer. Absolutely none. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was thinking about, doing my homework, attending class, playing sports, and I actually had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I had no idea. So, given that, I went on to high school, where I attended.
I'm Asana Hansen. I'm in the 7th grade and I attend to the BTU school. The dance program that we had with Simmons, I enjoyed it a lot because it was a time for me to come and just talk with my friends and meet up with them. And then I also like dancing, and Hannah and Madison were really nice and they were fun to work with.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and I attend the BTU school, and I took dance class, and my dance teachers were from Simmons College, and their name was Hannah and Madison, and I wanted to be a part of dance class because I want to try something new, and for the school to know me as something I did, something like I enjoyed, something that was my favorite hobby. And now for like dance class, I mostly like hip hop, but I also like Madison, and I like the way how she's like usually a jazz dancer or a tap dancer, and she tried something new, and she tried teaching hip hop, and she succeeded in it. And I looked up to these dance teachers now, because now like when I think of something, I think of them. Like nothing is hard to do unless you like try it. And yeah, I really enjoyed dance class.
Down in 1, 2, 3, wanna know.
Okay, hi, my name is Joy DePalm, Simmons graduate from the Educational Leadership Program 2013. My experience at Simmons was very interesting. I was actually roped into being in the program. I have a slight addiction to learning new things, and I had earned some credits from having an intern in my class. And so Roberta Kelly invited me to come to the initial class, which was a 5-day class at the end of the school year. And I didn't buy into it initially. I didn't see myself as a leader. But over the summer, when I had time to reflect on what I had learned in her class, I was like, okay, I don't have to be a middle-aged white male with connections in Boston Public Schools in order to be a leader. So I accepted the challenge, and I did the program. Originally, in my mind, I was on a 3-year program, which turned into a 2-year program after the first year. So I took a total of 27 credits in one school year, and Simmons was very supportive in helping me find independent studies courses, scholarships, and grants and so forth to, see through my commitment. You want to pause? Okay. Simmons, being here at the BTU pilot, there's somewhat of a informal Simmons collective. There are a lot of graduates, particularly grad school graduates from Simmons College here. And so in a shared leadership school, because we don't have an administrator, but we have a lot of teachers with admin license, we kind of hold each other accountable, because we know what the other has learned from the various classes that we took in the Simmons program. In terms of my experience with interns, the service learning students as well as the interns was interesting, because it kind of made me a little bit more conscious of what I did inside in the classroom, made me rethink some of my practices in the classroom as well. I appreciate any student or teacher who is younger than me who comes to the classroom, because I finished my first program, my first education program in 1995. So I accept the fact that there are students that are coming in behind me that have learned fresher and newer ways to teach the kids, and so I appreciate the youthfulness in my classroom.
Hi, my name is Delani Bobbitt. I am a first grade teacher at the BTU school. I have been teaching since 2001, which is about 14 to 15 years. Before coming to the BTU, when I first started teaching, I got my undergrad from Wheelock College, which is part of the Colleges of the Fenway Consortium. And then the next year, during my first year of teaching, in 2002, I started the leadership program at Simmons College, and I believe I was the second cohort, so that was one of the earlier cohort groups. And it was such a wonderful experience. The part that I liked about it the most was having the cohort, so having a family of learners that kind of stayed together. And this was at the beginning stages of the program, and I think it was some of the growing pains, but we couldn't tell, and it was great to learn together as a community about leadership and about ways to lead schools effectively, and to learn that through expertise who were in the field. We were able to do lots of networking, and Simmons made it really comfortable to be a teacher who was working and a grad student as well. And it was a great success completing that program in 2004 with my master's in educational leadership. I've been at the BTU, this is my 4th year, next year will be my 5th year. And this is a great school because it has a partnership with Simmons, but not only that, it really has given me an opportunity to really use my leadership skills that I've learned at Simmons. This being a shared leadership school where we all share the power and we all are part of the decision making, you have to lead on a day-by-day basis, and being a part of this community really helps sharpen the craft of leadership, and it has helped me become more current with how to lead communities, how to lead committees, how to lead with other leaders in the school. I really enjoy working at the BTU. I think as a teacher, it opens me up to having that flexibility where I could be creative, be my own creative self, to teach my scholars how to achieve, how to really reach for the stars, and to hold them to high expectations. Being here at BTU with the partnership with Simmons, I've had a few Simmons College interns as well as some service learners, and I really have been fortunate to have wonderful students from Simmons who come here with the focus to really support the learning, and then for them as learners to kind of just get all they can from me. And they're very friendly, they're very nice, they're very professional, they're very responsible, and they're willing to do anything. And I really enjoy that. Just recently I had someone here who's taking a summer program, a reading class, and Helen had reached out to me, Helen Gutentag had reached out to me, which I'm really glad she did. And this student in her grad program was so supportive with me during my publishing party I just had on animal research. I don't know how I could have done it without her. I mean, she saw my vision, she saw what I wanted to get done, and she really stepped up, and she was stellar. And I really couldn't have done it without her, and I told her that yesterday. And she's a change career student, but I know that she's gonna go really far. And it's a hope that she'll be right back here with me in the fall. So those are just some of the experiences that I've had with Simmons interns and Simmons service learning students rather. It's just awesome being at a school that really partners up with Simmons College, and I'm glad for the experience.